Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. In this one I'm actually going to start cutting the frame in preparation to actually weld the fabrication on, which I get with the kit. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting this back section off here from around about there. I'm also going to take off all these little lugs here which are not going to get used when I've actually got the kit on, so all these are going to get cut off. Maybe this one here because I won't be needing that one, and it's already all stuck in there, so that'll be coming off as well. And yeah, hopefully it'll be all good. Once I've done this, there's no turning back. I can't put it back to the bike it was, so this is the moment. So cut down there, off with that, and then I would actually put the fabrication up to see how good of a cut it was, but I forgot it. I've left it up home, so I'm going to just have to do out the manual and see what happens. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the manual, measure everything up and draw a few lines on it, and then I'll get the saw out and cut it. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, so this is the manual, and as we can see here we've got the measurement of where we're going to be cutting it from, and it's basically 25mm from this hole here and square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that onto there. I've got my trusty metal rule. So from the centre of that hole to the 25 mark there. So what I'll do is I'll get a little scribe, put a mark in there, run it all the way up, and then that's where I'm cutting it from. One good thing to always do is also never cut dead on the line, always cut this side of the line, so you've basically got a lot of play, because if you cut this side of the line you can't put material on, but if you cut this side of the line you can take material off, so always better to cut the other side of the line to where you want it. So I'm going to mark that up, and then I'm going to go and get the saw out and put this on the tripod. So yeah, give me 2 seconds and I'll go and do that. Okay, so I've marked my line. This is a bit, it's not square, but it's this side of the actual cut line. I've done another one down here which is a tad bit fainter, but that's the actual parallel line, or 90-degree line I should say. So I've also done that on the other side. So I've done that on here as well, as we can see, and this is 25mm from the centre of this hole. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my angle grinder out, and I'm going to cut straight down here around about there, so we're not cutting too much into the line. So I'm going to set this on the iPod on the tripod, and then I'll cut these off and see how it looks. And it should make a bit of a difference because we are removing quite a bit of the back end here. So yep, and then once we've done that I'll be able to get my fabrication onto this and see how it fits. Like I said before, I don't have it, so I'm going to have to do that another day. I wished I could do it today, but unless I run back up home, which is 5 miles away, I'm not going to. So I'll set this up on the tripod and I shall get cutting. Okay, so the first ones I'm going to do this one here and this one up here, just to practice on, because there's a lot of material here which if it slips it's not going to damage it. And as you can see I've got safety glasses on. Should always wear safety glasses. And my angle grinder with a 3mm thick saw blade on. So what we'll do is we'll cut these off and this one off at the top here, and then once we've done that, just remove my spanners. Once we've done that we shall move on to the big bit at the end. So yeah, the reason why I'm doing this with all the actual bike still partially together is because of the weight, and it would be a pain to try and cut this when the bike didn't have some weight to it, so that's why I've done that. So let's get started. Remove me bracelet first. There we go. Knife through butter. Yeah. Let's go and get a through butter of that. So what I'll do is I'll just grind the rest of it down. So that's those 2 lugs knocked off. I'm going to file those 2 down, to be honest. I don't want to go right the way down with the angle grinder, so I'll leave those 2 there. And next one I'll move on to the big frame bits, so I'll move the camera around and lock that bit off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lop this bit off first so I can actually get into this, because it's a bit kind of cumbersome trying to get the angle grinder when this is there. So I'll lop this off from here under that one and then the other side, and then cut these two sections off here. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'll just move it up so we can actually see. So first one is, I'll do this one. Oops, I think. One side in, go for the other. Give that a tap. There's that bit off. So now what we can do is I'm going to use this line here just to lock these two off, so basically where those are welded on. And then we should be pretty much there. It's just a matter of basically tidying up the cuts. Oh, so those are the next two. I'll do this side first and then I'll go around to the other. And like I said before, always cut the opposite side of the line which you're keeping. So with this one I'm going to be doing it for around about there. And that's it. Obviously I've still got to go a bit further. This one's way off that way, so just basically flatten that up so it's parallel with the bar, and then basically put the fabrication on, see where it is, and then do a bit of adjustment from there. I should have really got the fabrication, but me being the daft pillock I am, forgot it. So anyway, yeah, when you've got one of these, you can do it with a hacksaw, but when you've got an angle grinder it's just a hell of a lot easier. It's like bloody hot knife through butter. So if you're going to do this, get one of these. It's a lot easier than with a hacksaw, and you go through a lot less blades. So with that, I'm going to go and get me lunch, and I shall see you soon.